Summer Soulstice Virtual 2021.
I've got the sun in my eyes and the music in my mouth.
Right, here we are once again in the famous Summer Solstice green room.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely green. I love a green, me, I love a green.
With the one and only Freddie Morrison, aka Fat Freddie M. Freddie, welcome to the green room. And once again, listen, thank you for what you've just done. Absolutely fantastic. Tell me something. What does Summer Solstice mean to you?
What does Summer Solstice mean to me? Summer Solstice, when I first went to Summer Solstice, I think it might have been Summer Solstice 7. I just went as a regular punter, and I thought, I know all the people on the stage, I know all the people working in the background, I need to be involved in this. But I didn't ask to be involved until close to the next year. And I phoned Jamie Top and I said, Jamie, you know what? I didn't personally know Andy. I knew Andy through Graham Joyce and Carol from CB T-shirts when he used to sell them at Hammersmith, etc., all over the world. And I'd like to get involved, and I don't want any money. And the first thing he said was, there is no money. So I thought, fantastic, I got it locked down. I said, I just want to help out on stage, you know, whatever I can do. I don't care what time I do, I just want to do an hour set, and I'll give it my all. So Summer Solstice, to me, because it's for the Cherry Lodge Cancer Care Trust, because it is a trust in the end, it means a lot because, you know, people don't really talk about cancer or they didn't used to talk about cancer in the black community as much as they do now. And I thought the awareness of Andy passing and making that step by the family, Richard and everybody else in the family, making that step and saying, we're going to give it to this charity, I thought, that's me all over. I'm involved. I don't care how much it costs me to get involved, I'm involved. And I, you know, like I said earlier on the stage, on the platform, you know, a few years ago, Mum died of stomach cancer, and it was very, very quick, and it just like I've gone full circle. So I'm so proud of the fact that you yourself, James, has been involved from the start. I've known James for years, and he's always been upstanding. So I know if James is involved, I'm involved, and we've been like that for many, many years. We bounce off each other. So Summer Solstice means to me, James Anthony's professionalism on and off the stage, Fat Freddie M's charm, guile, and total madness when he gets in front of a microphone, like the camera. It's all about just bouncing off each other, and we have a wonderful time. Summer Solstice is about the people that attend. Yeah, it's not about us DJs, it's not about egos, and trust me, I'm going to say it on air. There are egos in the DJ world.
Oh, there is absolutely egos.
Yeah, but we're not about it. When we go to Summer Solstice, that's all put behind everybody.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
And we just perform for the crowd.
Yes.
And that's what I love about Summer Solstice.
Okay, so you love Summer Solstice. For people that don't know Freddie Morrison, people that don't know Fat Freddie M, where did you start your road to success? Because you're not just only a DJ. You are an all-rounder. You're a compere. You're a personality. You're a TV personality. We go back to the Channel 4 days, you know. But you just do everything because of who you are. Where did Freddie Morrison start? What was your love to get into the entertainment industry?
I've got to say that people may not believe this, but I just do things for fun. You know, in the early days, you know, walking and talking with Steve Walsh, rest in peace, you know, get involved in the Radio London Soul Night Out, but it was way before that. It was Notting Hill Carnival on Kilowatt Corner with Kilowatt. Now it's Kilowatt and Benji B from One Extra, you know, Tavistock Road, and I've rocked the crowd since then. You know, I was in the sound system of reggae, as per usual, South London, got to be involved in the reggae sound system at 11, 12, 13, heard a bit of soul, and one of the first soul records, I know my mum had collections and all that, but one of the first soul records I heard in a reggae club was Hit and Run, Alita Holloway. You know, that was like my tune. When that came on, I thought, wow, I like this, and I just started to go to soul clubs after that. So, you know, the TV, I've been like what people call a maverick. Yeah, I'm like one of the people that goes out and does all the testing. I've done the Channel 4 years, I've done athletics, American football, basketball. I've been involved in everything. Yeah, but my love is leaving a legacy. That's what my love is. I just get involved in things and then all of a sudden you don't see me anymore. but I'm still doing things in the background. My background is in youth and community work. You know, I've worked with youth since 1985, and I still work with youth today, you know, for Wandsworth Council, you know, and I'm very proud of the fact that I've done loads of things, turned around loads of people's lives. You know, I've done fundraising in Africa, I've done fundraising in India, Gambia, I've done fundraising here in the UK, all backed off the so-called celeb name Fat Freddie M. But it's my heart which leads to whatever I want to do. So that's the kind of grounding. And I can't take away the Radio London Soul Night Out. I can't take away, you know, the fact that I've been involved with Kiss 100 FM, you know, and I heard a quote from someone yesterday, it broke my heart, but I heard a quote, a DJ at another radio station that I'm going to name, Stomp radio station, Mark Gertrude Collins. He said on the radio yesterday, he said, I remember Fat Freddie M when he used to be on Kiss 100 FM when I used to ride my BMX bike.
Wow.
I thought, wow. Thanks a lot, mate. I'm not that old. Cheers, Gertrude.
So, look, you're just a larger-than-life personality. But deep down inside, I know you go out, and as you just said, you go out and do stuff for fun. What do you relax to? What do you just go, do you know what, I need to just chill out now? Just having a bit of peace and quiet around you. I watched Denzel Washington, and I watched Larry Fishburne, and I watched Wesley Snipes, and I saw them in interviews. And I was taught by watching those interviews, and people previous to Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, when they're off stage, they're calm as anything. When the camera goes on, they come to life. That's me. A camera comes on and I come to life. So what you see is 100% energy, and when I come off, I'm deflated. Yeah? That's what it's about. So all the running around and the hyperness, that's there. What I do to relax now, I read, I play golf. Now let me say that again. I think I play golf, yeah? But that's what I do to relax. And I go abroad, and when I go abroad, I do my charity stuff. I have a lot of downtime when I'm not actually helping in the communities or what we call ghettos, etc., etc. You know, I'm in the hotels, you know, when I'm not there and I'm relaxing, I'm reading, I'm just chilling out. And I do like a drink now and again. What do you look for in the future?
I want to retire. I want to go cruising 6 months a year. I want to go and visit other parts of the world, but having this C19 stuff has kind of knocked things back a couple of years. I want to do a bit of consultancy, working with youth. I still want to have my fingers in the pies in a voluntary organisation, something like that. Something like anything to do with music and young people. But I'm not talking about teaching young people how to DJ. I'm talking about teaching young people how to read, how to write. And we always have these rose-tinted glasses. I hear it time and time again, and sometimes it turns my stomach. It wasn't like that when we were young. No, it wasn't, because it's a different time, different era, different generation. We've got different distractions for young people. We've still got to find the art of talking to young people. That's what we've got to learn how to do. And if we can communicate with young people, we can help young people and their families to live a better life, whether it's through music, as in playing, music as in learning an instrument, as in music as learning to read music, as in music learning to write and produce. That's fantastic. As long as there's an end goal to raise their educational standards, that's what I'm about.
Okay, so how have you adjusted through the generations?
Really interesting, because most of the young people that I work with, I can be their grandfather now. And it's how you communicate with the family and the young person to bring them to your level or you to their level. Yeah, having an objective, having a goal set, a plan. Yeah, and it's not about labeling people. Yeah, it's about helping people. And when we get to that, or when I get to that stage of working with people, I know that it's working. Yeah, you're talking about intergenerational stuff. You can teach a young child from 0 to 8 how to read, write, learn, yeah, respect. Yeah, from 8 to 11, they get that through primary school. There's a gap between primary school and secondary school. Yeah, year 7, year 8, very, very tenuous times. Yeah, that's the time where you've got to have a guide with the young people. And you've got to remember, when we were young, we went off the rails. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, we went off the rails. And when we're talking to young people, we're pretending we didn't go off the rails. That's not fair. As a teenager, you're allowed to go off the rails, but you need someone to harness you, bring you back in and show you a path. And you give them 2 or 3 paths and they make their path. It may be the wrong one at that particular moment in time, but we can always get back to it. And I always say at 10, you can be a genius, yeah? And by the time you're 20, you can be thick as 10 planks, yeah? Or the alternative, you can be thick as 10 planks at 10 and a genius at 20. It's what happens in those years in between which decides or defines who that young person is going to be.
When you meet these young people and you
Hold on. We're talking about obesity, yeah?
Yeah.
Fat lives matter. That's why I got this t-shirt. Because you know what? I call myself Fat Freddie M. People say you're not fat. But you don't know that, do you? You don't really know that, do you? So fat lives matter. It's really important. Yeah, don't force people to lose weight. They can do it in their own time. As long as they're attempting to do it, that's all that matters for me. Sorry, James.
That's okay. That's okay. So when you meet up with the youngsters, do you see yourself in any of them?
All the time. All the time. I can give you the classic: single parent, step brothers, half sisters. However you want to picture it. You know, growing up, tough times, different people in the house at different times. You know, sharing bedrooms, not having enough, being the eldest, having the first pair of shoes and handing it down. You know, being the eldest, you know, you must know better, you must know better, you must know better. You know, that's in any household. It's not just in a Caribbean or an African or an Asian or an Indian or an English or European. It's in all families. Yeah? And the path is to say, I know there's a way out for that young person. I don't know if I'm the person to unlock it, but I'm going to try and put them on that road. And it's really important about, you know, first 2 or 3 steps can lead to greatness. Or it can lead to you going to the left, which is the wrong path, or the right path. But during those paths, you can meet people who can change your life. And that's important. Because at some stage, somebody comes into your life and you think, what I'm doing is wrong. I need to get out of this. Or you're in a different side where everything's going right and you think, I want to become risky. I want to try a spliff. I want to do this. I want to do that. That's adolescence. Everybody does it.
Well, it's a part of growing up, isn't it?
Well,
it's a part of growing up.
But the adolescence part of growing up is the thing which is not understood.
Yeah.
Yeah? It's not understood. And that's not a class thing, because I've worked with middle class, upper class, lower class, underclass, working class, and they all have the same problems with their children because they don't know what to do. There's no manual. Yeah? You can read 1,000 books, but until you've had a child and been through it, you don't know.
Okay, coming away from the good work you do there, your musical influences that really sort of go back to your days at Kiss, now you're on Stomp. What made you want to get into the business?
I didn't want to get into the business. I fell into the business. Steve Walsh.
Okay.
Christmas rapping, Curtis Blow, me rapping the Steve Walsh rap. Next thing you know, I'm out and about with Steve Walsh everywhere, you know. Next thing you know, Steve Walsh wasn't well. He said, Fred, come and get my records. Can you go and play at Cheeky Pete's in Richmond for me?
I've been there.
What? What? What, me? Yeah, all you got to do is put Neil on the record and just say, this is and that was. And when I walked in, who was in there? Little Cleveland Anderson.
Yeah.
You worked there as well.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Way back, yeah. It was the Castle Tavern.
The Castle Tavern, yeah. Down by
Richmond.
the river. Down by the river.
Yeah, because you had Cheeky Pete's one end and Brawley's the other end.
From there. Yeah. So that was like, club-wise, that was like my kind of seeding. You know, well, seeding my experience in working in a club itself, on my own, doing it myself. And from there, it just grew and grew. You know, everybody's been somebody's box boy at some stage. You know what I mean? You've seen them rise. You know, Jazzy B, Trevor Nelson. You know, you got, Rodigan, Papa Face. You know, you got R.I.P. Froggy, all the DJs he inspired. You know, Chris Hill and the Mafia crew. GP, the one and only GP, Crackers, 100 Club. You know, the man that started like the kind of underground. And I've got to give props, and I'm going to say this, Barry K. Sharp and Lascelles. Yeah, Des Parks with the Rare Groove albums, all those people, the hidden gems, Dr. Bob Jones, an encyclopedia of music, them kind of people. And I know I can name 100,000 others, but I'm just going to name those ones for today, okay? So don't knock me and say, why didn't you say this or say that? It's an instant question, and they're the people I'm thinking of right now who inspired me when I was younger. And I've missed out the main man. Yeah, the main man was, of course, Greg Edwards.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Greg Edwards, Tony Williams, David Rodigan, Robbie Vincent.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it's moving and grooving from there.
Yeah.
Record Corner in Balham, where I got me records from Steve, the man with the afro. You know, Byron Orm, BKO Productions.
Yes.
You know, I've got to give a shout out to Byron Orm, because Byron, you know, he gave me the opportunity to introduce the New York jazz explosion.
Yes.
Yeah, way back in the day, Ronnie Laws, Deborah Laws, Hubert Laws, what's his name?
Then he went on
Gene
to manage.
Carn,
Yeah, Gene
Ronnie
Carn.
Liston Smith, you know,
Tina Marie.
all that stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
He gave me loads of work through that, and then you know, it just kept rolling. And when I was on Kiss, I worked with Ralph Daly down at the Fridge Bar. We done Chillin',
Yeah.
which was the under-18s gig, and that also, you know, I see that some of the young people now, well, obviously they're 30, 40 now. They're saying, I remember when we used to do that, and that's what brings a smile to my face.
Who are your musical heroes?
This is what I call a silly question, and let me put it into context. The reason why that's a silly question is because it's all the heroes everybody else has got. Yeah, it's all the same ones. Yeah, but who Gladys Knight. Yeah, because she was my mum's favourite artist. Yeah, and when I took my mum to see Gladys Knight and the Pips, yeah, for me, my work with my mum was over. Yeah, because no matter what I did previously or after that, didn't matter. That is when you say that's a favourite artist. I love now Gregory Porter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he brought something different. Yeah, I love his style of jazz and everything else. I have to say Stevie Wonder, because we're born on the same day, although they were years apart. May the 13th is Stevie Wonder Day in my life, and I've met Stevie Wonder, so you can't get bigger and better or higher than him. You know, I'll go Prince. Alternatively, I'll go Ian Dury and the Blockheads, because when I saw them live, it just blew my mind. In the rap game, I've got to go Big Daddy Kane as my favourite live, but you can't knock the first hip hop one when it was Public Enemy, LL Cool J, Houdini, you know, that era. Mary J. Blige is like, to me, a queen, as is Angie Stone, as is I'm so in love, Jill Scott.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love slow music, because slow music never dies. You know what I mean? So all the artists that everybody can name, yeah, they're my favourites. My favourite mixers, Dazzy Q, Darren Benjamin, does some fantastic mixes which are different, yeah, because everybody's a remixer and a mixer now. So Dazzy just does it in a completely different style. I love Booker T, I love his mixes, yeah. And I can go to little Louis Vega, you know, Josh Milan's one of my favourite singers. I'm going now, I'm on it. So, you know, when we go to Summer Soulstice next year, God willing, you know, I'll be able to do a set of my favourite artists.
Yeah. Get up there and do the whole lot.
Yeah, do my favourite artists. I think I might do that one next year.
Have you learnt anything new through lockdown?
I've learnt loads of things.
How to tap dance? Play the spoon?
No. I'll tell you what I've learnt. I've learnt how to be quiet. I've learnt how to, sorry, I'm meant to look at the camera. I've learnt how to be quiet. I've learnt how to respect other people's opinions and spaces. I've learnt who I am and how I am. And the biggest thing that I learnt of all is that it's really easy to fall out with people when you haven't got an outlet. And I'm talking about things like domestic violence, physical and mental abuse and things like that. Imagine being locked in a room or 2 bedroom, 1 bedroom, and there's more than 5 people in that house and you can't leave. That's what I'm talking about. You learn to be humble and respectful of each and everybody and each and everything. I know the lockdown's still going. A lot of people have been through long COVID, short COVID, this COVID, that COVID. But what I'm talking about is this. Imagine being locked down and you got cancer. Imagine that. Cherry Lodge Cancer Care, the Trust, and everybody else are doing a wonderful thing with Summer Soulstice. Yeah, what I've learned is everybody's an individual. Everybody does things the way that they do things. And as long as you ain't hurting no one, abusing anybody, as long as you ain't hurting or abusing yourself, it's fantastic.
Freddie, it's an absolute pleasure. I look forward to share the stage with you next year. God bless you, and thank you for being part of Summer Soulstice.
No problem, no problem, no problem. Just in case you didn't know, we need your money. We need your money, we need your money, we need your money. Love you. Peace.